All right, hello everyone. Welcome to LA Valley College. I'm Charlie Gonzalez here, alongside my color commentator Matthew Strapp, as the Filipino national team get ready to take on the home Ventura County Buccaneers. Yesterday, the VC Bucs had an improbable come-from-behind victory, down 8 runs in the 6th. They scored 11 unanswered and ended up winning 11-10 to improve 10-8 on the season. And the team they were facing, the Orange County Pirates, fell to 10-5-1. So here we are. And leading things off for the Filipino national team is Miller, also due up in the first, Kurtz and Borolopu. Apologies if I get the names wrong. And Jacob Amato is the starting pitcher for the VC Bucs.
Charlie, Jacob Amato making his 10th appearance already on the season. Enters the game with a 1-1 record. Pitched 31 2/3 innings this season. That's the most by far of anyone on this Bucs squad. Closest is next closest Mason King, who's only pitched 16 1/3. So Amato's kind of been their workhorse this season. He's a 4.26 earned run average, 21 strikeouts, 20 walks on the year, giving up 28 hits. But definitely, as I said, the workhorse guy. He's pitched a ton of innings this year for the Bucs. And a good guy to have on the mound to eat some innings for you as the starter.
And he didn't get a piece of yesterday's action. I'm sure he would have loved to, though.
Yeah, they were definitely saving him for today's game, knowing that they're going to need a lot of innings out of him today. They did have a lot of pitchers pitch yesterday.
They started with Joey Estrada, his first start of the season.
It's going to be interesting for Amato facing a Philippines national team that we don't have stats for. Not sure what the scouting report is from a Bucs perspective about their opponent today. We did a couple of familiar faces, though. You know, Mitch Kurtz, who's hitting second in the lineup, is a former member of the Pirates organization. And Kyle Soberano, who's playing at short today for the Philippines national team. He played in this morning's game, so he already played today at LA Valley College. He's a member of the Pirates. So we got to stick around, and just like myself and a couple others here, back for the second game of the day.
And I wish I could have been here for game one. Had some stuff to do, but all is good. So Miller going to lead things off for today. He's the center fielder on defense. Comes the first pitch. Strike one. Right at the edge of the strike zone.
Amato just going opting to go with the fastball right down the middle there to kick things off. Got a good fastball, and he's shown that to be his go-to pitch so far this season. Perfect one right there, also in the zone.
And I've seen a lot of he has thrown a lot of breaking balls, and he mastered that against the Quakes down in Fullerton. And see if maybe he has a different approach to this team today. The 0-2, a little high, 1-2.
Yeah, just a waste pitch there. No balls, 2 strikes, throw it up high. See if you can get the guy to chase. Good job by Miller, the center fielder leading off today. Able to lay it off.
This one thinks about swinging, does not. It's 2-2.
That was as close as you could get. Just missed the outside corner with the breaking ball. Amato attacking the zone so far. 3 out of the 4 pitches have been right around the plate.
Leading up the count. Pops this one up high in the shallow outfield. Here comes Robert Pitts to make the grab for out number 1.
Good hustle out there by Pitts. His hat falls off and he comes in to make the catch out in right field. Good off-speed pitch by Amato and able to get the fly out off the bat of Miller.
Mitch Kurtz, first baseman today.
So the aforementioned Mitch Kurtz, I talked about him earlier. Familiar with a lot of the going-ons here, former member of the organization. I doubt he's faced Amato before, however, as Amato is an incoming freshman and it's his first year with the Bucs.
Yeah, Robert Pitt's out in right field. Usually this season, early on, he played in left field. Like they switched him to right, I think, to get some reps for Colin Bell and some other guys. And 2-0. And something really strong about Kai Moran's awareness is, depending on the way the batter swings, he moves to that side of the center field. And that was the reason he caught a fly ball out yesterday, because he was able to read hey, this is most likely going to go that way if it's a lefty, and you see him out in right center. Three and one now.
The outside pitch there from Amato just misses the plate.
And that's going to be a walk for Kurtz.
After I talked about, the opening at bat, Amato able to locate all his pitches right around the zone, shows with his command the second at bat of the game, and Kurtz finds his way on with the walk.
Over there goes the first base coach. And now he's being called back to the dugout.
Well, it's not a coach.
Oh.
There was a player serving as the first base coach. I guess they don't have too many coaches.
Short staff.
Today.
And we're missing a few of our players. J2 Max Auday is not here, and neither is Ian Nord. So as far as substitutions go, we might be a little short-staffed.
Stuff there. Fastball on the outside corner from Amato.
Borlopu today played third base. Luke Crawshaw starting out in left instead of usual Colin Bell. This one's chopped right over Amato's head, and here's a pickle as he's going to get tagged by Tyler Marty. But it's going to be a fielder's choice right there as Borlopu gets on base.
Yeah, over there at second. Marty might have been better off just trying for the quick double play, throwing it to second, and then see if Halep at short could make the turn.
It's weird, though. I think I understand why, because he was so close to the base runner that if he were to run away from the base runner, even if he had the ball, it might have looked strange. So I probably would have done the same as him right there. And Soberuno takes strike one.
Soberano played, of course, as I mentioned, this morning's game for the Pirates. Let's see if I can see what he did today. He had a good day, so dangerous
this
guy
up
here.
the center, goes right over Tommy Italia's head, and riding over to third is Borlopu, and we'll have a double for Soberuno.
Yeah, so saying Soberano had a good day this morning for the Pirates. He went 2 for 2 on the day, 2 doubles and a couple of walks. And would you look at that, he doubles right here. So Soberano having himself quite a day here on this Sunday with 3 doubles and 2 walks. Now you got Barlow at third and Soberano at second. 2 outs though, so if you're Amato, you still have a chance to get out of this inning with no damage being done.
That's ball one for Frankel. And the DH, we received word that there might not be many substitutions, so he may not leave the DH spot. A little dispute there from the base runner or the coach. And play is resuming now. All right, comes a pitch. He lets that go soar over the plate, 1-1. Robert Piss backed up much closer to the wall than Crawshaw and Moran. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And there's Tyler Marty running over to second, but Amato did not see him. Moving back over. Popping this up high and trying to get underneath it. Dominic Cervantes lets it just drop right into his glove for out number 3. So 2 hits, no runs, and no errors. One, because there was a fielder's choice. 1 hit, no runs, no errors for the Filipino national team in the top of the first.
So you said no hits?
All right, here we are, bottom of the first. Amato holding the Filipino national team to 1 hit in the top of the first. Now he'll sit and get ready for the top of the second. Robert Pitts leading things off. Playing right field today. Got the first out of the game. Which is way over the right batter's box. Ball 1.
I like the decision to put Pitts in the leadoff spot. A lot of speed. He's got 4 stolen bases on the season. Pitts for the year, his numbers. So not only is he a good guy to lead off because he's got speed, but he can definitely swing the bat. 14 hits on 32 ABs. Batting average, 438. That's the best on the team considering the amount of ABs he's had. Got 9 singles, a double, a triple, and a home run. So Pitts, speed, good contact, and good power. 9 strikeouts as well to go along with 7. To go along with
2 and 2.
Just 1 walk on the season.
Yeah, and he usually, earlier in the season, he did start out in the top of the batting order. He slowly, it came his way. He would become a pinch hitter. Sometimes he would bat near last. Oh, and that one goes way over his head for ball 3.
That's full count now. I mentioned Pitts just 1 walk on the season, so not the kind of guy that often takes pitches, but facing a full count here, a reminder to not chase anything too far out of the zone. Swings it down. Good job. That was definitely a strike. Can't be taking that.
And now here, the starting pitcher, I believe his name is Mako Sayet. He's going to have to pitch maybe for 5 or 6 innings due to their limited roster today. Here comes the full count pitch. This is low in the dirt, and Robert Pitts will take his second walk of the season.
There you go, doing exactly what you have to do as a leadoff hitter. Get on base for these dangerous Buccaneer hitters behind you.
Now Ruvalcaba, starting first baseman today.
Speaking of dangerous, 359 average, a 438 on base percentage, 14 hits and 39 at-bats. Ruvalcaba spraying it all over the park too when he's been up there.
Here comes first pitch. He swings and misses. 0-1.
For the season, Ruvalcaba, a couple of doubles, a triple, and a lot of singles. He's got 6 RBIs. Team leader in that department is the all-star Kai Moran.
He pops his foul out to left.
Moran, who's sitting 5th today, leads the team with 18 ribbies, 35 total bases. That would have been quite something if you had 35 RBIs, but 18 is still good enough to lead the team.
0-2 pitch.
Wow.
And it's right down the middle. It was a check swing, but he's out anyway.
I have a good vantage point of that one, actually. It was on the corner. It's a good spot, good fastball there from Skoet.
The shortstop, number 33, Tommy Italia.
For Ruvalcaba, it's that close. You got to swing.
And Tommy Italia, this season, coming in only about a week and a half ago, as I mentioned yesterday, he put in at shortstop. He did not have a number a week and a half ago, and they gave him 33.
He's been terrific since his first appearance just a week ago, as you mentioned. 5 hits, 11 at-bats. Already 8 total bases, on base percentage of 500. I mean, those numbers, they're indicative of a guy hitting 30 in your lineup.
Breaking ball is a little high there, 2-0.
Now with those numbers and this guy at the plate with his bat, facing a 2-0 count with the runner on, might get a pitch to hit here. It could also be aggressive. I mean, we know that the Bucs have a tendency to be uber aggressive on the base pass and try to send Pitts with a hit and run option. Probably not the right thing to do now, though, with a 3-0 count. I want to take this pitch here.
And the 3-0 count, Robert Pitts doesn't have a massive leadoff, expecting ball 4 right here over at first. Here comes the pitch. And it's a brushback pitch, and yes, 4 pitches, 4 balls, and we have 2 runners on with 1 out in the bottom of the first.
The third baseman, number 35, Anthony Chavez.
Second walk of the inning issued by Masco. Brings up Chavez, the third baseman for the Bucs. Chavez, a 308 average on the season. 16 hits on 52 ABs.
Chavez is one of the coolest players on the team. Very personable. He's able to talk to anyone, always says hi. He takes strike 1.
Chavez, good guy to have up when the opposing pitcher is struggling with his command, because Chavez leads the team with 11 walks on the season. He's able to find his
over to third. Robert Pitts stealing third, and he's tagged out.
What a play behind the plate! A perfect throw. Ajay Persero catching today. An absolute dart in the perfect spot. And over there at third, Barlow able to apply the tag on Pitts. And Pitts is he's a quick runner, so the throw needed to be great. The tag needed to be perfect, and it was. Both facets of that play were terrific from the Philippines defense.
And 1-1 count now for Chavez. As there's another pickoff attempt at first, but Italia is safe. And you know that we're going to see a few more stolen base attempts early in this game because the Filipino national team beat them 7-4 in their first meeting. They're going to try and play aggressive now instead of playing aggressive later when it could cost them. Three one. Tally getting ready to run. Yeah, this one.
That's a terrific spot there.
A 3-2.
Let's go. It looked like a slider that just came back into the zone.
In your vantage point, you're slightly looking right down the strike zone. I'm a little bit to the left of it. This one, some close shave there as he bends back for ball 4, and Chavez will walk. And once again, we have 2 base runners on.
Center fielder number 7, Kai Moran.
This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, perfect guy to have on the runner in scoring position now. Moran had himself the day yesterday. Singled twice. Got a home run as well, and
3-run homer.
drove
dude.
in 5 for the day.
Woo, that 3-run homer was perfect.
That was on a changeup,
Yeah.
and he went away.
He has a chance for one here. You never know. We'll see what happens as he takes ball 1. Yeah, he was 3 for 5 overall yesterday. The 1-0 pitch, he gets bunked by that, and we have loaded bases. Hit by pitch, first of the day for Matt to say it.
So as you said, that'll load it up. Allen goes to third, Chavez at second, and Moran at first for Turquan, getting a break from behind the plate today. He's playing as the extra hitter. Of course, he spends a lot of his time catching.
You may see him coming later
That's true.
for Cervantes. First pitch. Fastball low, below strike zone.
Turquan's had a good season like many of these other Bucs have. He is 16 for 49 on the year. Batting average of 327.
1-0 pitch. A little high. 2-0.
Spectacular OBP of 431. See if he gets a pitch to hit here. 2-0 count.
Oh, and he gets hit by that. We have a walk-in run to start out this game, and the VC Bucs now lead 1-0 as they get on the board first.
So Hale comes home on that one. Move everybody up to the next base. Chavez now at third, Moran at second, and Turquan at first. That'll increase that stellar OBP. We'll bring up the catcher, Cervantes.
There's going to have a timeout on the mound here. Matt Gosset talking to his coaches and the catcher. Yesterday in the bottom of the 6th, they put up 7 runs and they had 12 at-bats that entire inning. One of the best of the season by far for the VC Bucs. Yeah, so 5 base runners so far today, but no hits. So all walks or HBPs. And it's Dominic Cervantes with 2 outs. 7th in the batting order. Takes ball 1. We have a couple of parents in the stands filming their kids or someone that they know. Check swing, 1-1. Again, there's no breeze out here today. No notable difference, but it is just as sunny, so. Two and one.
2-1 the count now, and Cervantes. That breaking ball that didn't break down enough stayed up. 2-1 on the catcher for the Bucs. Now 3-1 as that pitch is in the dirt. Cervantes enters the game with a batting average of 250. Easy math, 10 hits on 40 at-bats. 6 walks, 8 RBIs.
Pops this up right behind home plate, and the catcher looking to catch, but not able to get there in time. So it's a full count now for Dominic Cervantes.
That one did drop in foul territory, but catcher Porcero just unable to get it as it dropped right beside the fence behind home plate.
And had that had a few more feet of air, or a few more feet in height, he probably would have gotten under that for the third out. And it's a high pitch ball 4, and we have another walk-in run. It's 2-0 BC Bucs as Anthony Chavez comes home.
The Bucs right now just go up there and
It doesn't number
keep the bat on your shoulder because Moscoso hasn't been able to prove that he can throw strikes.
Yeah, he has thrown one. He has one looking strikeout against Aaron Rubalcaba, but since then it's just been walk, hit by pitch, walk. And it's hit right to the shortstop, or excuse me, the second baseman, and thrown over to Kurtz at first for a third out.
Yeah, Keller didn't listen to me. I said get up there and just keep the bat on your shoulder, and they'll walk in a couple more guys. But Keller first pitch swing in there. It's an easy grounder over to second, and Sorrento able to make the throw to first to Kurtz to retire the side.
Yeah, so 2 runs and no hits in the bottom of the first as the Bucs take an early 2-0 lead. See you right after this. All right, top of the second about to begin. Jacob Amato returning to the mound for his second inning of work. A strike on Drew DeVera to start things off here.
Otto had a long time sitting in between innings as the Bucs loaded the bases and a couple hit batters and walked in a run. So he's been on the bench for a while. We'll see if that affects him as he comes out to start the top of the second. I mean, I'm sure he's happy with it. Doesn't mind sitting when his team puts up a couple of runs.
Strike 2.
That looked good right there. That's good stuff. A lot of movement on that pitch. Be able to get the swing and miss from DeVera.
It definitely takes a load off his shoulders when his team is up in there at home, so they'll have the last word if necessary. Hits this in the left center. Moving over is Kai Moran. Out number 1.
Yeah, good play by Moran. He got a great jump, saw it all the way off the bat. Ended up being an easy play because of the jump that he got.
He has great awareness if it's a right-handed batter to move in left center, and right center if it's a left-handed batter. Now up is Porcero. He takes ball 1. Also due up in the second for the Filipino national team, Stock. That is all we have as far as his name is.
We got Ryan Stock.
Yeah, Ryan Stock. Thank you.
That's an official Matt Strapp report. I went and heard from the source himself. So he told me his name is Ryan Stock.
2-0 the count now. And here comes the 2-0 count pitch here, and it gets right by Tommy Talley in the left. Luke Crawshaw going to throw it in. That's a single for Porcero.
Second hit of the day
Left field 14
for the visiting Philippines national team. Porcero jumps on that pitch and shoots it out into left field.
Yeah, Ryan Stock now, number 14, plays in left. Tying runner. He grounds this right to Anthony Chavez, going to throw it over to Tyler Marty at second, and over to Aaron Ruvalcaba at first for a double play. That'll end the inning, so a 5-4-3 double play.
Yeah, good stuff all around the diamond by the Bucs. Able to eliminate that single given up by Lotto, and that'll take us to bottom of the second.
Very efficient inning as we go to the bottom of the second here. That went as good as you could have hoped for. All right, here we go. Bottom of the second is about to begin. Macasate returns to the mound for the Filipino national team. Luke Crawshaw lead things off. Also due up Tyler Marty and Robert Pitts. Ball 1.
Crawshaw coming into the game, he's been pretty quiet this season. Just 3 hits on 20 at-bats. It's the ball outside there.
Swings and misses.
150, but in spite of the low batting average, he's still done a good job of getting on base, and that's something that the Bucs really pride themselves on, is getting on whichever way possible. So he has the 150 batting average, as I said, but an on-base percentage of 346.
Pops this back behind him, 1 and 2.
It's because he has 8 walks this season, which is third on the team, tied for third. Leader is Chavez, who I mentioned earlier. Second is Rowan Taryn.
All right, the 1-2 pitch from Makasea. Way outside, 2-2.
Talk about Taryn, who played in yesterday's game. Getting the start off, at least. We'll see if he plays later today, but not in the lineup to start.
Yeah. High, 3-2, so was ahead in the count 2 pitches ago. Now, deep in the count, Makasea tries to avoid another walk. And that's way outside for ball 4, and we have a leadoff walk to start the second inning.
That is, count it, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th walk already of the game. 4 walks in the first.
Number 5, Tyler Marty.
A walk here to lead things off in the second by Muscoet. Makosit? How are you saying it, Charlie?
Makosiet?
Makosit, okay. Gotcha.
We're left to improvise when we don't have official pronunciation.
Yeah.
First pitch to Tyler Marty. Upstairs, 1-0. Crawshaw looking to run. Second. See what he does here. Strike 1.
Good breaking ball in there for a strike. Crawshaw this season, 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts. He's over there at first. Hoping that his friend Tyler Marty will move him over.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Marty, the Los Angeles Mission College product. Last hitter in the lineup today, hitting 10th. For the year, 4 hits on 22 at-bats for Marty. 182 batting average with a 308 on-base percentage. So once again, another one of these guys that the batting average may not be too strong, but he finds a way on base.
Tops that back just to remain alive. And you get a sense that in only about 2.5 weeks' time, these guys will no longer be playing with each other, and they go back to their respective schools, and it's going to suck being apart.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll suck being apart, but also college baseball is pretty exciting too.
2-2.
Sure, they're looking forward to these last couple of weeks. Hope they can end the season on a high note and then get ready for some high-level baseball in the fall.
Good on them to grind all year long and to play baseball any opportunity they're given and not to just take the summer off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at this point of their careers, it's beneficial to them to keep working on their game in the offseason. I mean, at any point of your career, really, you want to stay in shape and keep playing ball in the summer so you can, just stay familiar with the game and be ready for the next season.
It's still 2-2 as he fouls another pitch.
Wow, what a spot there from Muscoet, or Makoset, I keep saying it wrong, Makoset, able to paint the corner for the strikeout. And now you got Pitts in scoring position and still just one away and a 3-0 ball game.
Now you've got Tommy Italia, was the first runner today to score. Came home after Trent Turquan was hit by a pitch. This one's hit right to the first baseman, unable to field it, but he's going to go over and tag first base for out number 2. That's Kurtz.
Yeah, Kurt's a smart play there.
Number 35, Anthony Chavez.
Originally had aspirations, I'm sure, of trying to get a double play, but once the bobble, he realized that he had no shot at second, so just was able to smartly go over to first and take the sure out.
It's very rare you see a double play coming from the first base over to or a base that comes before another.
This is true, but it
happens.
It does happen. The pitcher is told to go cover first, and in the off chance that it does happen, that's what does happen.
Swing and a miss.
Baseman will throw to the
Chavez.
shortstop, and then shortstop throws back to the pitcher covering first base. But of course, because Kurtz bobbled the ball there, they had no shot.
Imagine like the ball just rocketing over to second base and it beats the base runner. This one's hit right up the middle, and it gets past the second baseman. No, he fields it, and he throws it over, but it's a little bit of a wild throw, and 2 more runs come home. So now it's 5-0, your VC Bucs.
What a stop over there at second by Kai Caranto, but then the throw pulls Kurtz off the bag, and so able to make his way in safely is who's the hitter there, Ruvalcaba?
Ruvalcaba and Pitts.
So Ruvalcaba, and then both runners come home.
What's ahead for its previous 2 runners?
So 3 hits and 3 runs so far. And Anthony Chavez would have probably been safe anyway had that throw been on time and not bounced. So it's not an error on the second baseman, Caranto.
So, John, you don't think that was considered wrong?
And there's a new pitcher coming up for the Filipino national team. It looks like number 12, I believe. Get word on that, who that is soon. Yeah, number 12 is now pitching. No longer number 35, Marco Sayet. All right, here we go. Bottom of the second will resume. New pitcher is Jaden Renari, number 12. And there's 2 outs here, and 3 runs have already scored. The 5-0 lead for the home Bucs. Kai Moran takes ball 1. And it was on this exact pitch in the last inning, 1-0 pitch, that he was hit by pitch and was able to go to first. See what happens here. 2-0.
Fastballs so far by the new pitcher, Jaden Ranieri, for the Philippines national team. Tough guy to face for your first at-bat in the red-hot Kai Moran.
All right, the 2-0 pitch from Ranieri. A swing and a miss, 2-1.
Swing in there to replicate the success he had yesterday. Trying to shoot that one out into the outfield and over the fence. Power swing, but just unable to connect.
Chavez That's a 2 RBI single. This one, and it's foul. No, it's actually, is it being called fair?
Yeah, it's called fair because it hit the glove of the first baseman in fair territory. So it's ruled fair because of that. And the first baseman over there, Kurtz, able to get to it, but Moran beats him to the bag, so I think it'll go down as a single for Ty Moran.
And now, once again, just like the bottom of the first, the bottom of the second, 8 at-bats, and Trent Turquan hit 0 for 1, was hit by pitch in the first, and was able to advance to second on the walk from Cervantes. Now, looking to keep this inning going. 0-1. He stood so still right there, he could be a statue. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Yeah. Good stuff from Ranieri. Looks like just a fastball that he's able to blow by Turquan.
Moran at first, out ahead of and he hits it in the left field and going right over to Stock for out number 3, not even having to move. So 4 hits and 3 runs in the bottom of the second. And the Bucs have a 5-0 lead after 2. Strong start. They've already scored more runs so far today than they did in their first meet against the Filipino national team. See you for the top of the third in just a moment. All right, here we go. Top of the third. Ty Caranto, bottom of the batting order. Lead things off in the third. Strike 1. There's that breaking ball I was talking about.
Terrific pitch to start the AB. Toronto enters the batter's box expecting the fastball, and Amato just freezes him with the curve. And then you go back to the fastball. Yeah. Unfortunately, misses a spot away.
1-1. Yeah, that one way out. And something we've seen a different Jacob Amato, you and I. You say he's going with the fastball the most time this year. I see a lot of breaking balls.
Well, I think my point is that he's able to mix it up. He has a good fastball, but as you see there, that's a good breaking ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And most of the time, he's able to arch it at just the right moment. So they think it's going high and it'll be a ball, but it arches and then it's in for a strike. So he's mastered that. I saw it against the Quakes last week. This is called foul.
Yeah, there's a fastball there. So 4 pitches so far, a couple of off-speed pitches and a couple of fastballs. Fortunate for Caranto there, he's able to get just a piece and stay alive in the count.
Toronto, there was a thought that he may have been responsible for an error, but that is not the case. Over at second today. One-two pitch. This one hit right to Tommy Italia. He's going to rock it over to first to Aaron Ruvalcaba, who gets out number 1.
What a play by Italia at short. Had to charge in because it was weakly hit. Able to get to the ball, throw across his body, across the diamond in time to get Caranto running down the line. And
in all 3 innings so far, the VC Bucs defense has started out with an out. No leadoff hitters for the Filipino national team have gotten on base so far today. Now you've got Miller. He pops this back, 0-1.
Miller's second time up today. Obviously led off the game as a leadoff hitter and flew out to left field.
Teeks, ball 1. He's playing center field today, and we saw him kind of shift depending on which way the batter swung. And this one's popped way up, and here's Tyler Marty just sitting there waiting for it to fall into his glove, and 2 away. Now up Mitch Kurtz.
First baseman, Mitch Kurtz.
And Mitch Kurtz walked in the first. Was out as a live runner, tagged by Tyler Marty. He chops this right to Tyler Marty, the guy who got him out the first time, and E4 there. Tyler Marty lets the ball go under his glove, and that's he'll get on base. He won't be credited with a hit.
Marty a second just lifted his head up on the grounder there, and you could see Amato on the mound let out a little sigh after that. He's expecting to get out of the inning unscathed. Instead, he gives up the base runner by way of an error.
Yeah, and that would have been his first 1-2-3 inning today, not allowing any hits. And Tyler Marty hoping to redeem himself after that error. And there are 5 runs, so there isn't much to gain right now. But something easy as that, it's got to sting. And Baralopu takes strike 1. The bright yellow bat you can see from a bird's eye view from a mile away. 2-1. Amato keeping a close eye at Mitch Kurtz on first base. The 2-1 pitch, a little high, 3-1. This one is Right, close, very inside, but still in the strike zone. It's a full count.
Great spot there. 3-1 going to his fastball. Looks like it might have been taken all the way because it was definitely a hittable pitch. Birds will be on the move now on the 3-2.
This is a swing and a miss. And it's out number 3, and that's the end of the inning.
Yeah, after several fastballs in the at-bat, Amato goes to the breaking ball there and able to get parallel swinging for strike 3.
Yeah, so no runs, no hits, 1 error in the top of the 3rd. It's still 5-0. Your VC Bucs lead and see you at the bottom of the 3rd.
You want me to
All right, bottom of the 3rd, Dominic Cervantes leading things off. He walked in the 1st inning. Did not get beyond 1st. As right after him, Thomas Keller had a 4-3 ground out. He takes strike 1. A 1 pitch. Breaking ball into the strike zone, 0-2.
It starts the AB for Ranieri. As Cervantes, you mentioned, the catcher up now.
That's in the dirt, 1-2.
Cervantes done a good job behind the plate today and the entire season for the Bucs. It's a tough job catching all these different pitchers that the Bucs have, but he's been superb this season. And uncommitted freshman, tough for a young guy to take all that, but done well this season, as I said, and obviously swings through that one.
And he strikes out on that. That one would have probably been a hit by pitch, but he swings at it and he's out. So poor decision there. Now Thomas Keller looking to get on base.
DH today. Often plays 3rd for the Bucs, but getting a rest on the field at least to start this game for them.
1-0. That was only the 2nd pitch that Keller received today, as he had the 4-3 ground out to end the bottom of the 1st on the 1st pitch. He hits this in the left field, and coming up, trying to grab at his stock, and it goes behind him, and he's going over to 2nd. He didn't notice it at first. He's slowed down. They throw it in for a double.
Still in standing up, even with the slight hesitation there at first base.
Number 17, Luke.
That ball, that would have been incredibly tough for Stock to get to it. He made the dive out there, but he really wasn't close to making the catch. Instead, ball bounces past him, and the center fielder, Thane Miller, out there coming for him, able to bring it in. But Keller in standing up easily with a double here with 1 out.
And Luke Crawshaw, first runner to score in the 2nd. his first swing. It gets by the first baseman, Kurtz, over into right field, and DeVello coming over to field it. Thomas Keller gonna stay at third with runners on in the corners now. The VC Bucs are in business.
Good job by DeVera in right, getting to the ball quickly.
Number 5, Tyler Marty.
Firing it in. A good scoop, too, there in the infield as well, just to make sure that the Philippines national team holds on to the ball. Keller made a turn at third, but decided to go back to the base. Obviously, the right call, because if he did come home, he would have been out by a mile. The Bucs now doing it in a different fashion. They started the game with a bunch of walks, hit by pitch, and now they're getting the bats going. They've had a bunch of hits in the last couple innings.
Here's Tyler Marty. He takes strike one. He's crowding the plate there. A brushback pitch ends up being a strike. Staying very, very close. So 1 pitch. In for strike 2. Swings and misses, so 3 pitches, 3 strikes for Marty, and that's the second strikeout for Ranieri at pitcher.
The right fielder, number 21, Robert Pitts.
That's a huge strikeout, too, with runners on the corners and just 1 out. Able to prevent Marty from getting the ball in play at all and keep the runners on.
And the call on the mound, and it probably changed his strategy, but he just had a strikeout, 3 straight strikes. So I'm sure they're giving him some compliments too, and saying you're doing good, you're doing better than Micah say it.
I don't know if that's what they're saying.
I'm sure sometimes they might say something
better than
like
the last guy. Good job.
Because most of the time, meetings on the mound are because the pitcher isn't doing very well. This time was not one of those times.
Correct. Well, based off the previous batter, obviously he did well, but has struggled since coming in with giving up a fair amount of hits. And he's a tough guy at the plate. So what I think they're doing is, talking about their game plan for Robert Pitts, because Robert Pitts comes in as a hot hitter, 1 for 1 on the day with a single, and he also walked. So a tough guy to get out here.
He chops this, and it barely goes anywhere, and throw over to first for out number 3.
Wow, what a scoop over there at first by Kurtz. The throw was in the dirt from his pitcher, and Ranieri makes sure to wait for Kurtz before they go to the dugout. He gives him a little fist pump just as a way of saying, thanks for scooping that out for me. And so for the first time today, the Bucs go down without scoring a run in an inning.
And they look to keep the Filipino national team scoreless as we go to the top of the 4th in just a moment. All right, top of the fourth about to begin.
Shortstop number 6, Kyle Silverado.
And it's Samarone. And his jersey number matches his position number today, as he's a shortstop and wears number 6.
I talked about this earlier, but he's been a busy guy today. He played well in the 11 o'clock game for the Pirates. Pirates victory. Now, of course, playing in game 2 here for the opposing
He hits
team.
this into center field. It's going to be a blooper single over the head of Tommy Italia. Kai Moran comes up to scoop it.
What a day. He had 3 doubles and 2 walks in the first game. Now here in game number 2, a double and a single.
And on that first pitch he took, that was the first time a batter showed bunt today.
Ryan Frankel.
Now Ryan Frankel, yeah, a fly out caught by the catcher, just a few feet behind home plate. Ball 1 from Jacob Amato, who's in his 4th inning of work on the mound.
Amato been superb so far, no runs. Doing a good job of mixing his pitches. Talked about Amato coming into the day with having pitched the most innings by far on the team. It's an innings eater. That's what they're hoping for from their guy today. The Bucs are.
2-0.
Came with a 4.26 ERA, and that's been dropping so far this afternoon.
No runs allowed yet by Amato. 2-0 pitch, a little high, 3-0.
Now he just sails away from him, and now well behind in the count, 3-0.
Like 3-0 pitch. This one barely hits him in the head, ducks backwards. So 4 pitches, 4 balls. So 2 base runners and no outs.
Drew DeVera up now, and flew out in the second inning. We're going to have a quick meeting at the mound as Amato, who's been so good to this point, just struggling to start the inning here. He's given up a leadoff single. And a 4-pitch walk is always cause for concern. So Coach Evan and Cervantes, the catcher, will head out to the mound and just talk things over before they face Drew DeVera.
They have not had, so far today, 2 at-bats without at least 1 out.
Number
So-
27, Mason Kim joined some lefty I don't know in the bullpen.
Okay. So apparently Mason Kim is in the bullpen warming up. No telling how long Jacob Amato will stay in the game. That lefty looks like, from the distance, Trent Turquan. There's a strike for Drew DeVera. Some of the handwriting was hard to decipher earlier. I thought his last name was DeVello. The 0-1 pitch. He hits this foul. 0-2 now.
Decision to go out and talk to the young pitcher on the mound, Amato. Seems to have proven fruitful so far because they've started the count now 0 for 2. Good response by Amato after giving up the 4-pitch walk.
He swings and misses for a swinging strikeout. 1 away.
Yeah, so how about that? 4-pitch walk and then respond. Next hitter, 3-pitch strikeout.
Catcher number 31, AJ Forcero.
Shout out to the coaching staff, the Bucs, for being able to get Amato's head straight and helping him out, face the next pitcher and record the first out of the inning. And how about that? A fastball there that he just blows right by Porcero.
Porcero did get a hit in the second inning, but unfortunately a double play by Ryan Stock ended the inning. Motto taking his time. There's ball one.
Yeah, pitch is just missed, just a little high. Another fastball there. Couple fastballs so far in this at bat.
And that's popped up and way out of play. Cervantes looked to find it. Bounced off the net. 1-2.
Jameson Johnstone is the name of the other pitcher.
So for us,
Apparently.
And then
It's
Johnson.
the coolest name I've ever heard. If anyone can find a number, let me know.
Number 11. Number 11. Did you get that?
This popped up way behind the net.
11?
Yeah.
Stays alive. 1-2.
I don't think Robert gets the reference.
Okay, so we have another person in the bullpen warming up. This one, chopped. Anthony Chavez coming up to field it, throwing it over to first. Rubalcaba
Oh, what a play
gets out
by
number
Chavez. Charging in on a weakly hit. Ball over to third. Able to pick it up with his glove and quickly fire across the diamond to get out number 2 as both runners advance now to second and third.
The left field number 14, Ryan Stock.
A.J. Porcero did advance Soberono and Frankel to third and second, respectively. So 2 runners in scoring position now as Ryan Stock comes in. He takes ball 1. One and no count. This one is hit into right center. Robert Pitts not coming up in time to make it. Here comes Soberono home and Ryan Frankel. So a 2 RBI single for Ryan Stock.
Pitch from Amato that just hangs up and Stock able to get the barrel on it. Hit with solid contact into right. Pitts had no chance on it.
Toronto.
The Philippines national team being very aggressive on the base pass, able to bring 2 runners home.
This is the level of play that they showed in the first meeting. And there's a strike 1 for Ty Carano. There was a pickoff attempt. Oh no, it's ball 1. One-0 pitch from Amato, 1-1. Now we're seeing Amato struggle a little bit here. There it is. Ball 2.
Yeah, he's never had this entire season. We talked about how he's been an innings eater. Well, you mentioned the one start he had against the Quakes where he pitched well. But for the most part, he's just a guy that'll pitch a lot of innings and he'll give up some runs in those innings, but you know what to expect out of him. So he'll be able to pitch deep into the game.
2-2 now, no longer behind in the count. Looking for out number 2 here. Excuse me, out number 3. That pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. And stealing second is Ryan Stock, another runner in scoring position.
Yeah, it was actually not a stolen base, it was more so an advancement. He saw that the ball was in the dirt, and he had his lead and just decided to take off. Good awareness by Ryan Stock.
All right, here comes the full count pitch. This one is going to end up in a walk for Ty Carano. They end up on second and first anyway.
Walk number 3 issued by Amato this
Center
afternoon.
Fielder number 15, Dave Miller.
Miller, top of the batting order again. They've gone, this is their 7th at bat of the inning, their best so far today. This one's hit. Coming over is Tommy Italia. Got to lob it over to Tyler Marty at second for out number 3.
2 1s, 2 hits, 0 errors. 2 runs, 2 hits,
2 hits, no errors,
5-2
5-2 Bucs.
I have 2 rounds in there.
Really good one.
My mic is, it feels much lighter.
It sounded good when I was out there.
Oh.
Like the right amount.
All right, so it's now 5-2 as the Filipino national team ends up putting 2 runs on 7 at bats. And we'll see you in the bottom of the 4th as the Bucs look to re-extend their lead to 5 and beyond.
Rolling, guys.
All right, here we are.
Aaron Rubalcaba.
So bottom of the 4th, Aaron Rubalcaba going to lead things off. Also due up, Tommy Italia and Anthony Chavez. He takes ball 1. Ranieri's still on the mound. Ball 2. And Rubalcaba, 1 for 2 on the day, had a single in the second. Came home on Anthony Chavez's 2 RBI. He pops this one up, and it's being called by the shortstop, Soberano. He makes a catch for out number 1.
The shortstop number 33, Tommy Italia.
Tommy Italia today, 0 for 1. Looking to get on base here. Not from a walk. He takes ball 1 as it goes in the dirt and gets away from the catcher.
So be happy with getting a walk, though. You know. Get on base, try to extend this lead. Round it out to first baseman as well as walk so far, the shortstop for the Bucs.
There's ball 2, just below the strike zone. Yesterday he had a great day, not only at shortstop but also at bat. This one he strikes out and now 0 for 2. Or excuse me, no, he does not strike out. He's walking away for a second. Sorry, that's 2 and 1. My apologies. Yes, 2 and 1.
Couple of strikes off. It happens.
Yes,
Happened
yeah.
to me this morning.
There's strike number 2, second swing. 2-2 pitch. Just outside. Now it's full count. Ranieri came in the 5th at-bat of the bottom of the 2nd, allowed 2 hits, but no more runs. That one's fouled off. Three, 2. This one's popped in the left foul territory.
Long AB here between Italia and Ranieri. Now 7 pitches, 8th one upcoming.
3-2. Pops this one in the left. Moving back is Stock trying to close the distance, unable to. Bounce off the wall. And we're going to have a double for Tommy Italia.
The third baseman, number 35, Anthony Chavez.
Italia wins the battle there, an 8-pitch at bat, which culminates with him shooting that out to left field. First hit of the day for Tommy Italia. Now in scoring position for his teammate Chavez.
Anthony Chavez, he takes strike 1, and he had a 2 RBI single in the 2nd. 1 out here with Tommy Italia in scoring position. 1-1.
Yeah, catcher there, drop the pitch for Cerro. And some sounds coming from the Bucs dugout, as potentially they thought that Italia might try to move up, but Italia stays at second. Count now 1-1.
Rush back pitch there for ball 2. And Kai Moran, we're receiving word that he got hit by a fastball in the leg on that hit by pitch, so he can't run at full speed. He would be replaced defensively in center field by number 18 Colin Bell, but he's still due up right after Chavez. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Should be good by the next game on Tuesday.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's a good sign even that he's able to hit. It's tough to play in center field when you have a slight injury. Got to cover a lot of ground out there.
Swinging strikeout for Anthony Chavez, 2 away. Tommy Italia still at second, waiting for someone to bring him home. And Kai Moran limping a little bit.
Yeah, you can definitely tell.
One for one today. Takes ball 1. And it feels like to me, even though, it feels like you do more running when you're at the plate and when you're running around the bases than you are in center field. 2-0. So
Well, not at the plate.
No, well, if you advance along the bases.
Yeah, right. But I imagine that they might take him out if he gets on base here. They just want his bat.
Yeah, his bat. Yeah,
just that bat, and then they'll take him out if he gets on.
So they want half of him, his swing, but not his speed.
Yeah.
Pinch runner is expected in that case. 3-0.
The ideal situation, I guess, is just walk him and get to first, and then you bring in the bench runner.
He hits this right to first. He's going to go over and tag it. Now Kurtz with the unassisted third out of the inning.
It's just one hit.
So 1 hit, no runs, no errors in the bottom of the fourth, as it's still a 5-2 ball game. Your Bucs lead as we go to the top of the fifth. All right, top of the fifth beginning here.
Do you know who this is?
Here we are.
I have no idea.
It's going to be Mitch. It is not. So batting in Mitch Kurtz's spot is number 19. So we don't know his name. Okay, so number 19 in for the first baseman, Kurtz. We'll get word on his name there. It's 1-2 count now. Mason Kim coming in as relief pitcher for Jacob Amato. That one he hits right to Tyler Marty, going to throw it over to Ruvalcaba for out number 1. And that was the first pinch hitter of the day for the Filipino national team. Now, Borolopu, third baseman, comes up.
Baseman number 5, Kyle Barlow.
That one hit past Tyler Marty and it's going to go into center field, Colin Bell. So a single for Borolo. In the last inning, Filipino national team began to pick up a little bit of momentum there, scored 2 runs,
Number 6, Kyle
and shortening their deficit to 3 runs. Mason Kim getting a taste of all the batters. First inning at work. Taking his time. Soberano 2 for 2 today. He takes ball 1. Soberano had a double in the first and a single in the fourth. Scored a run on Ryan Stock's 2 RBI single. There's pitch way outside, 2-0. Cervantes thinks about throwing it to first, decides against it. So Balishin was number 19 who came in to pinch hit for Mitch Kurtz. So 3-0. So Bruno very patient at the plate. Before this at bat did not have any balls, only had strikes on his 2 trips to the plate. There's strike 1. It's a 3-1 count now.
Because I was busy running around, I was unable to give the information about the new pitcher into the game, Mason Kim, who just walks Soberano right there to put 2 on with just 1 out. Kim enters the contest. This will be his 10th appearance of the season. That's the most out of any pitcher, tied with Amato now. They've both made 10 appearances on the year. Kim to this point has pitched 16 1/3 innings, given up 18 hits, 13 earned runs for a 7.16 ERA.
And now pinch hitting for Ryan Frankel in the 5 spot is number 27, and Matthew will step out again to go and get his name. So I will be solo again. We don't have much help as far as funneling information to us while we're live.
Matsuban, is that right?
Kyle Matzabal. Kyle Mozzarella Ball. Mozzarella Ball. Matsuban, number 27, pinch hitting for Frankel.
Is it really Kyle?
That's what I heard from the coach.
So Kyle Matsuban, maybe there are 4 Kyles after all. He took ball 1 right there. Mason Kim throws it into the dirt, and base runners will stay where they are, 2-0.
Kim, walks are something that he's struggled with this season. 24 walks, which leads the team. But keep in mind that he's also pitched the fourth most
Swing and a
innings
miss.
out of everyone on the squad.
2-1.
But he has shown a propensity to be a little bit wild with the command.
Pitch for Mason Kim. Goes for ball 3. That one is a chopper. Tommy Talley's going to come up to field it. Throw it over to first. Ruvalcaba out number 2 on a fielder's choice. So advancing over to third is Boropolu, and to second it's Soberano.
Ramsey Romano is his name. Ramsey Romano, yeah.
All right, Ramsey Romano now, number 13, pinch hitting for Drew DeVera.
Ramsey Romano.
Trying to. Yeah, Soberano advancing this over second. Just getting that in there in case I was cut off before I finished my sentence. So yes, there's 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and the Bucs lead 5-2. Strike 1 for the pinch hitter in the 6th spot, Ramsey Romano. In for right fielder Drew DeVera. Pitch, this was swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 3 pinch hitters today so far for the Filipino national team. At the 0-2 pitch, way outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. 2-2. No longer ahead in the count. Yeah, so Ramsey Romano, who he's coming in to pinch hit for, was 0 for 2 on the day. A fly ball out to center field and a swinging strikeout. He pops this foul, staying alive. It's a pitch, Mason Kim. And then it's going to hit deep in the left end. Luke Crawshaw, not even having to move, makes the catch for out number 3. And after
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 5-2 Bucs.
after half of this game, the VC Bucs lead 5-2.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle. You're going into the
We'll see you
There's going in.
in the bottom of the 5th. All right, bottom of the 5th, we have some changes in the batting order for your VC Bucs. So when it's their time, Colin Bell, as we said earlier, is in for Kai Moran in the 5 spot. Jack Bickerton is in for Ruvalcaba in the 2 spot. Noah Nichols is in for Robert Pitts in the 1 spot. There's ball 1 for Trent Turquan, by the way. And Rowan Tehran for Tyler Marty in the 10.
Something we've seen often this year from the Bucs, making a lot of changes at one time. They're a very deep team.
And Villamil is pitching and that hit is way into foul territory, out of play. So 1-1. And Villamil is now pitching, number 18, for the Filipino national team.
Turquan, the catcher, up now. 0 for 1 on the day. He's also reached base with a hit by pitch.
It's that right to the shortstop, throwing over to first. So Aegon DeVero to Kurtz for out number 1. Now up Dominic Cervantes.
The catcher, number 6, Dominic Cervantes.
And what do you expect to see from Cervantes? Who's 0 for 1 on the day and is now taking his first pitch from Villamil.
Yeah, it's a new pitcher, so a chance to reset after facing off against a new pitcher to start the game, as I just mentioned. I mean, he hasn't done too bad today. He's, as you said, 0 for 1, but he did reach base with the walk, and that's something that Cervantes has done well this season. You know, his batting average may not be as high as some of the other guys on the team, but he often reaches base. He's got a 388 OBP, so he finds his way on and finds a way to contribute.
Hits this down the third baseline. It's foul, so 0-2.
Of course, his primary focus is being a catcher. He's done a terrific job behind the plate all season.
Cervantes looking to get comfortable, very close, crowding the plate as its toes are over the white line of the left batter's box. There's ball 1. And something that crowding the plate does is it makes the strike zone easier to notice, but harder to get a ball into without hitting them. And that's kind of the thing. They're gonna have to decide. There's ball 2 way outside.
Just a breaking ball that gets away a little bit from Villamil. Cervantes able to see it out of the hand. So it's got a lefty-righty matchup here.
Swinging strikeout. So 2 away now in the bottom of the 5th.
The designated hitter, number 9, Thomas Keller.
Thomas Keller, 1 for 2 on the day, had that double. That came right after Dominic Cervantes' leadoff swinging strikeout in the 3rd. Gotten a piece of it each time he's coming to the plate. Ball 1. Oh, way outside, and it's getting away from the catcher, Pacheco. Villamil, solid start here, but a lot of those pitches way outside, had the catcher Pacheco having a lunge. There's a breaking ball in for strike 1. He pops that foul just above the Bucs dugout, and it doesn't fall down. It's stuck on the roof.
It's fine from Keller there. A little late on the fastball from Villamil, but able to foul it off and stay alive. Keep the count at 2-2.
And Jack Bickerton walked out of the dugout to try and find it. Didn't see it. swing and a miss. And actually, it was a little bit tipped, but it's going to be thrown to first base anyway by Archeco over to Kurt. So retiring side in order. His first inning at work is Villamil for out number 3. So 5 innings in, the Bucs lead 5-2. We go to the top of the 6th. The top of the 6th, we have some fielding changes. So no Nichols out and right. Taryn is at second, Bickerton's at first, and Turquoine's catching.
So yeah, we'll just wait for TK. We can do it. You want to fill in?
2-0 now for AJ. No, it's not AJ Porcero. It's number 25. So we don't know his name. So yeah, pinch hitter in the 7th spot for the catcher, AJ Porcero. He's 2-0 right now, and now 3-0.
Romero. I know him.
Romero?
Yeah.
Okay, so Romero, thank you. Yes, our guest who's going to be joining us for the interview just helped me out, so thank you. He'll join us in just a moment. So yes, so 3-0 now for Romero. A lot of noise, apologies, and he's going to walk 4 pitches, 4 balls.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, Charlie, but we're fortunate enough to have Jacob Amato join us in the booth after a strong start. 4 innings pitched, a couple earned runs, a couple Ks, 4 hits given up, and 3 walks. How do you feel your start went today?
I feel like my start did pretty good today. You know, kind of let it go in the 4th inning with the 2 runs, but that was my fault. I let it a little bit too much down the middle.
Yeah, gotcha.
And you got the hit.
And real quick, number 24, pinch hitter for Ryan Stock in the 8th spot, so we're going to have to wait on his name as well.
Do you think that was a result of just, some fatigue creeping in? You had pitched, a couple 4 innings already, and second time through the lineup, or maybe the 3rd time through the lineup, I'm not sure, but facing those guys for a second time, a little tired.
You need to find out his name.
Yeah, I say it was fatigue. Yeah, my legs were getting a little bit tired. I was like at 40 pitches, I think 60 pitches.
But
I was like 40 pitches before the inning started.
You've been someone this season that's been able to pitch, pretty deep into games. It's like we're looking at the stats earlier, and you pitched the most innings out of anyone on the team. I believe I have that correct.
Yeah.
So is that something that you pride yourself on, is being able to be an innings eater, if you will?
Yeah, I would say I like that quality of me because I can go as far as coach wants me to.
Yeah, that's really good to have. Those type of guys are on the pitching staff. We're having a little debate up here about what your go-to pitch is. What would you say is your arsenal? What kind of pitches do you have, and then what's your favorite pitch to throw?
That's fouled back.
In my arsenal, I have a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, a changeup, a curveball, and a knuckleball.
Because I've seen, because that last week against the Quakes when you guys lost, I think it was 6-4. You had quite a few breaking balls in for strikes, and you fooled them because they did not swing it though. So I was telling that he should stick with that today.
Yeah.
So yeah, to you. So about you answered his, so he was correct. He said it was fastball, and he was right, and that's a strikeout.
Yeah, those
that's
pitches.
impressive.
Then my favorite pitcher throws, probably my curveball.
And that's Campagnese in the 8th spot for Ryan Stock. He just struck out. He's also
that's tough to pull
Yeah.
off. We
Yeah.
had Xavier Stoker on the Pirates. He was here talking to me this morning, and he was saying that he throws a knuckleball type of pitch as well.
Okay.
So he throws it here for the Pirates, but his school, they don't let him throw it.
Yeah,
So it's
my,
a little,
my
it's a
school
little
didn't let
tough.
me.
Really, same type
Yeah.
of thing. Interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? They don't let you throw it there, but they let you throw it here in summer ball.
I think they don't let us throw it in game because it's a hard pitch to like control.
Yeah.
Like not many pitchers throw the knuckleball or like the close to knuckleball, the splitter, but
he hands this up way over the
then
net.
on summer ball they let us throw it because like the catchers are calling our pitches and I have a strong like relationship with my catcher Dom.
That's good.
And yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it's a tough pitch to catch, even if you know it's coming. as a
Yeah,
catcher,
it is a
because
tough
the
pitch.
ball's coming in.
Pops this up. Strike number 2.
Got a lot going on here. I apologize, Jacob. There's because we don't have the names for a lot of these Philippines national team players.
Yeah.
That figured out on the fly.
And I've been switching pronunciations for so many of them, and I'm disappointed in my ability to broadcast today's game. So yeah.
I did want to ask what your plans are for next year, when you're done with summer ball and what you're looking on doing.
I have a couple in mind.
Yeah.
I have obviously Valley right here, Glendale,
That's out number 2, by the way.
CLC, but I'm still debating
Oh yeah.
on
Still figuring it out.
yeah.
Center fielder number 15.
My man here, our scoreboard operator, will try to convince you to stay at
Stay here.
LA
Yeah.
Valley College.
Yeah.
We got great coaches. by the way.
Great coaches. Okay.
I'm sure you have teammates too. That
Yeah.
teammates from all those schools you just mentioned. Have they been trying to persuade you to?
Pops this up in the right.
Yeah. they've
Moving
been
over.
persuading me.
Nichols. Oh, and falls and drops it, and going over and coming home is Romero. And it's a 5-3 ball game. So an RBI double.
Want to get the win today?
Yeah, I want to get the win. He just missed it though.
Yeah, it's a tough play out there,
Tough
right?
play.
We'll
Tough
see
play.
what they call it.
Got the sun in the eyes.
I don't think that was an error. I think he ran as fast as he could to get that one.
That was a hit, no?
We'll have to wait to get the official score. But
That was Miller.
what do you think?
and then-
Hit?
I think that was a hit. Yeah.
Number 19.
But if you were the pitcher, you'd want it to be called an error.
Oh, yeah, 7 hits. He called it a hit.
I guess yeah,
Get
but
the unearned run.
if he catches that, that's a great play by the right fielder.
makes sense. Sorry, we interrupted you there. You're talking about your teammates,
Yeah.
and they've been trying to talk to you about going to their respective schools next season.
Mhm. But yeah, it's hard choice. A lot of great JUCO schools.
Yeah.
But
So now is 19.
we'll see.
Here,
We'll see
Valentin.
where.
Well, you would love it if you come here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trust me, I would actually encourage you to come here because we have a lot of players.
Yeah.
They will get to know and
You have a great scoreboard operator here.
Yeah,
too.
great scoreboard
Do- do-
operator.
do stay
1-1.
at college. Are you an incoming freshman? Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm an incoming
Gotcha,
freshman.
so
Yeah.
a big
So fresh
decision.
out of high school.
Yeah, fresh out of high school.
Yeah, you're pitching against some guys here who are several
Yeah.
years older. That's a good challenge.
Yeah.
How have you found it so far? The experience of summer league ball as a whole.
The experience is fun. I love the competition. A lot of great teams. A
2-1.
lot of big dudes.
Yeah, yeah, I
Big
can
dudes
imagine.
here.
Yeah, quite a step up from high school.
Yeah, quite a step up. Yeah.
Pitching against full-grown men out here.
Yeah. But it's fun. I like it. Like the competition. Just love it.
And as I mentioned earlier, you're getting a lot of
And
experience. You pitched a ton
a
of innings.
check swing. Asking if they come around, he does not. So 3-1.
Have you been able to get a look at other pitchers here too? What do you know about Mason Kim on the mound?
Oh, Mason, he's good with like blowing it by guys. He's good with that fastball. His off speed is really good
One
too.
strike off.
Oh.
And it surprised me that
Oh,
he had Tommy
never mind.
John and
Now it's 3-2 anyway.
pitching.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's very impressive. Able to
Fun fact right there.
come back from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any tidbits that you have, fun facts, from your teammates that you want to share on the broadcast, we're definitely open to that.
Yeah.
Anything we can use on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell us anything we can't use on the air.
Yeah, we're definitely not.
We don't want to hear those stories.
Yeah.
3-2
But yeah,
it's a little
love all
high.
of our pitching staff.
Yeah.
Love our pitchers. Great relationships with them. Would love it if we had a little bit more pitchers, but
Yeah, you guys got some good pitchers, but not as much
Yeah.
depth as you would hope.
All right, now number 23.
That's another new one.
You are having a great season.
This
as a
guy.
team. 10-6.
10-6, love it.
23, I don't know. We don't have numbers. All we have is names, so we don't know his number. But 23 is now pinch hitting for Borolopu in a 3 spot.
I am curious now. We got the
It might be.
Second at first.
tying run at first now, right?
Tying run at
Yeah,
first.
go ahead. How do you approach if you were in Mason Kim's situation? Is there anything different? How you would approach it if it was a different situation? If there's no one on versus two guys
Okay.
on.
So when there's runners on, I would go definitely off speed here because we got 2 outs.
Yeah.
Trying to get him hit a little blooper hit, like ground ball. Try to get him like
Makes sense.
just like off speed. Then if we can get that to happen, like curveball right there,
Yeah,
First
curveball,
strike.
perfect spot
Yeah.
on the outside corner.
then they'll get that little ground ball and then we get the last out. Then
That's it.
yeah, I'll just go off speed here. Try to get them like confused.
So that's your prediction. 1-2 count here.
Yeah,
Off speed pitch.
off speed pitch.
1-2.
Curveball.
How's
Yeah.
this?
You're right, yeah.
Keep staying alive.
Good job there by the hitter. Able to hit it back. Foul it off. Stay alive in the count. Think he goes with it again?
I think we're gonna go fastball.
Yeah, you try to blow
out.
by him after the.
Fastball out right here.
Looks like
See-
that's where Turquoise, he's setting up.
2-2.
Just a spot, but I think you're right. Fastball.
Yeah. Come on, boys.
Oops.
So big moment in this game. Bottom of the sixth, or top of the sixth, excuse me. 5-3 game.
Pass this to Haley so she can charge the iPad. You're welcome. Pops that foul once again.
Long at bat here.
Long got that.
What goes through your mind when you go through these long AB? Guy, you get it to a couple strikes, but that guy keeps fouling it off. You try a couple different pitches, and he's not giving in. He keeps staying alive.
I have to give props to the hitter because, like, I throw some pretty difficult pitches to hit sometimes, and
Hits this right up.
when
Tommy
they
Italia.
hit a foul,
Gonna throw it over to second
like,
for out number
I'm
3.
like, okay, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So Italia to
But-
Tehran.
I just try to strike them out at the end, but if I get a little hit, they get the hit.
Yeah, it's true. You just got tip
Yeah.
your cap. It's
Tip your cap, yeah.
he wins the battle.
He wins the battle.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Good start today, and hopefully you guys can get the dub and you can pick up the win.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, of course.
All right,
have a
see
good
you
one.
guys.
Song recommendation for the inning person.
Say me on goods.
Oh,
Oh, me on goods.
Charlie.
not doing it.
Never mind.
Nah, I don't.
Did you mute it?
Trying to, but the frame rate is so slow on the mouse for this, and I can't. Nothing's happening.
Well, they're hearing me jamming out.
I'm pressing this over and over and over again. Nothing's working.
If you missed a game, you can check out all the recaps of every BC Pirates and Bucs game posted on our social media at bcbucks.com. That's BC.
All right. Bottom of the 6th, Luke Crawshaw leading things off. Number 18, Villamil still in at pitcher for the Filipino national team. That is just foul. Oh, and 2 now. He hits this right up the middle. Second baseman Carantos going to throw it over to Kurtz for out number 1.
Second baseman, number 8, Rowan Aaron.
Rowan Taryn has a new song, a walk-up song. I don't know if that's a new song. I haven't listened to it, but yes. Bottom of the batting order, coming in for Tyler Marty as a pinch hitter and on defense. He takes strike 1. That's hit into right field, and backing up is DeVello for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here to start the bottom of the 6th.
The right fielder, number 4, Noah Nichols.
Noah Nichols coming as a pinch hitter.
There's your second to list.
Back together. Oh, Nichols up now. He has the best walk-up song on the team. That's Taylor Swift.
I think Rubalcaba is
I
best.
think it's best.
Yeah, the Scots is a banger.
The Scots is a good song.
He takes strike
But
1.
I don't know if it comes close to T Swift.
Kais is the best.
Hard to compare.
Kais is good too. But I think your choice last game, Robert, was a good pick.
Oh, for Jimmy Urban?
Yeah. Last game, the pitcher for the Pirates, Jimmy Urban,
0 and 2.
came out to Hips Don't Lie by Shakira.
Is that what the song was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I didn't even hear that.
No, like last game.
Oh,
this
last
morning,
game.
yeah.
Okay, good thing I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. You're not a fan?
I like Shakira, but that song's a little weird. I like She-Wolf. That's a good song.
You gotta talk to Robert then. He's the one who picked it.
I first heard her songs after she performed during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
You never heard of Shakira?
No, I heard of her, but none of her songs. And yeah, so it was very visually appealing halftime show as well. So I definitely rewatched it. 1 and 2, and that's 1, 2, 3. Villamil retires the starting order for the second straight inning. A swinging strikeout for Noah Nichols.
No errors. 5 free bucks.
So top of the 7th now. It's like, all right, here we go. Got some more technical difficulties. Top of seventh is about to begin. BC Bucks still lead 5-3. Due up is Kyle Matzaban, I believe. Yes, no, 17 is up right now. So there have been three. Number 17. No.
I think it is. Somebody just texted and said that.
Oh, Avera? DeVera? Oh, okay, 17. Okay.
17,
So DeVera in the 5 spot. So 3 different batters have been in the 5 spot today. So, oh, this is going to be hard to write in. DeVera.
What's the other one?
DeVera?
He takes ball
Is that your
1.
number? What area code is that?
Yeah, so Egon DeVera, number 17, now playing shortstop. He hits this right to third base. Anthony Chavez heave it over to Jack Bickton at first for out number 1.
$27. It's Montalban.
Yeah, Matzaban.
Number 27, Kyle Montalban.
Yeah, now lower in the batting order, pushed to spot number 6. That's low in the dirt. Bounced off the turf, 2-0.
I want to chime in here and just give Jameson Johnstone, the new pitcher, his stats for the season. Comes in, 1 appearance so far in the year. It was a win. He's 1-0. 5 innings pitched, giving up 5 hits, just 1 earned run, 2 runs overall. So he's got a 1.80 ERA. In those 5 innings pitched, he struck out 5 batters and issued just 1 walk. So he had a good performance. His last and only time out. I need to count here, though, 3-0. So that'll be walk number 2 on the season as he walks the hitter on 4 pitches.
So Kyle Matzaban stays in his spot. I mentioned he moved down. He did not. So
Number 13, Ramsey Romano.
Egon DeVera apparently came in the 4th spot, even though that's where it ended in the top of the 6th for the Filipino team. So now it's number 13, Ramsey Romano. Because that was a fielder's choice and the batter did not get out to end the top of the 6th, they stay in the 4th spot in the top of the 7th.
I don't think I have the first name of the guy who's on the. I hate to do this here.
That's in for strike 1. He hits this in the left, a blooper single, and Crawshaw throwing it in. So now Romero, number 25, no word on his first name. He's coming up, second at bat. And his first name is George.
George Romero.
George Romero, number 25, was a pinch hitter, came in the 6th, walked, but scored a run thanks to Miller's RBI double. Chops this foul.
What? Yeah, we know. Tim Company.
Oh for 1 on Romero. This is low. Bounces on the turf. 1-1. That's also low in the dirt, and Jamestown, or excuse me, Johnstone has had a lot of pitches go into the dirt so far in this inning. Three and one.
Just struggling a little bit to find the zone here is John Stone. I talked about coming into the game. His one appearance, he walked just one batter in 5 innings, but now behind in the count 3-1. Can't afford to put a guy on base here. Sure enough, that's what he's going to do.
Low and in the dirt, he keeps throwing him way too quick. The arch is way too low, and there's a walk. We have loaded bases. There's only one out.
Very scary situation here with the tying run at second base. We want our guy Amato to get the win. But
Number 24, Tim Company.
Johnstone's going to have to get the job done here. Coach Evans just going to go out and have a chat. Doesn't look like there's anyone warming up out there. So it'll be Johnstone for the rest of this inning. But I'm just going to go talk with him and figure out the plan of attack against the hitter coming up.
Come on, guys. Somebody get out of danger.
The Philippines national team also just took advantage of the break in action to all their base runners to go over and have a meeting as well. But I think we should be all set here for the pitch coming up from Johnstone. Just want to remind everybody of the score. It's 5-3. Bucs in front. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Ventura County. And 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the visiting Philippines national team. And we're set. I'll send it back over to Charlie.
And Copanese, love his Italian name, takes ball 1. He's now playing left field for the Filipino national team. His first at-bat in the 6th inning was a swinging strikeout. He takes ball 2.
Yeah, once again, a couple of low pitches to start off this AB.
And he's letting go of the ball too late. That's why it arches downward like that.
See if he can figure it out right here because behind the count 2-0, it's a dangerous situation. Once again, that one low and inside. You have to think if you're the Philippines national team right here, just take the pitch, don't swing, keep the bat on your shoulder because Johnstone has not shown that he's able to throw a strike over the last 3 at-bats. Sure enough, that one's low, and it's
4 pitches, 4 balls, and a walk-in run, yeah.
So now the time run is just at third.
This number 10.
Yeah,
Is this number 10?
10 is up.
Number 10, Jack Pascaruela.
Pascaruela at the plate. Opportunity to drive around. There you go. Just a bit higher, but it's in there for a strike.
Possible.
Still just one out, too, so Johnstone gonna have to dig in deep. Really, again, the bottom of the zone. He hasn't thrown anything that's been up high over the last couple at-bats. That one misses. The first pitch of the AB was in there for a strike, the bottom of the zone. Infield is in. Potentially go home if it's hit to the corners. There you go. That one, another low pitch, but on the outside corner.
It's one out still. So hoping for a double play should not allow them to tie the game here.
Yeah, it depends on the ball that's hit out there. It could be, they could end up just coming home and get the force and then try to get the runner also back at first. We'll see what happens when it's hit. Or that's even better than it being hit. That's a huge strikeout for Johnstone. Keeps the runners at their respective bags and makes it 2 out.
Now we're turning to the top of the batting order. Miller.
The center fielder, number 15, Fade Miller.
Miller, one of the only guys so far who's played the entire game to this point for the visitors.
That's hit into right field. Making the catch, though, is Noah Nichols for out number 3.
Able to get out of that, giving up just 1 run. Good job by Johnstone. After struggling with his command, able to respond, get the big strikeout, and then induce the fly out to right field.
Yes, and the 7th inning stretch now, right after this.
Time, 7th inning stretch.
I'm not even gonna ask who does the cover for that Elton John song? Let's just hop into the bottom of the 7th, shall we? So Jack Bickerton leading things off, followed by Tommy Italia and Anthony Chavez. Strike one. Bickerton, this is first at bat, although he was officially substituted in the 5th at pinch hitter for Ruvalcaba. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
First time today that we get to talk about Bickerton's numbers on the season. 11 hits and 48 at-bats, 229 batting average. And he has just one walk, so a 240 OBP.
That's low in the dirt. He recognizes that. 1-2.
Bickerton, a sophomore at Whitman College. Play a multitude of positions, first base, third base as well. 6'1" right-handed hitter.
1-2 pitch. That, oh, he fouls it back. It would have been a hit by pitch had he not swung. So 1-2. Should be on first base right now, though.
Right inside. I mean, it was an incredibly slow off-speed pitch, so.
Yeah, anytime you swing at that when it's heading towards you, it's definitely going to go in foul territory.
Trust me, I just want a home run.
So, yeah, the VC Bucs haven't put up any runs since the second inning, and since then, the Filipino national team has scored 4, and that's a swinging strikeout for Bickerton.
The shortstop, number 33, Tommy Italia.
Tommy Italia, 1 for 2 today.
Italia 1 for 2, as you mentioned. Grounded out to first. Also reached with a double. He's walked as well, so gone on base 2 out of 3 times he's taken to the plate. Gets out of the way of the fastball there. Italia goes to Glendale Community College. Left-handed hitter facing off against the righty here.
He hits that right to the second baseman.
Unlucky. Perfect.
So,
terrific contact off the bat, but just unfortunate for him right at the second baseman, as you mentioned. Kai Caranto at second.
The third baseman, number 35, Anthony Chavez.
I'm just vibing today.
I think I'm not surviving.
Anthony Chavez 1 for 2 today.
Different
He had a single. It's good for 2 RBIs. There's strike one.
That's a great pitch.
Yeah.
All the way across the zone. Although Chavez, if he had been waiting on it, could have absolutely smoked it.
Every night. Gosh,
Swings at that one now, so it's 0-2. 0-2 with 2 outs. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Bucs holding a slim 5-4 lead, 5 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. For the visitors, the Philippine national team, 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. So similar stat lines, just the extra run for the Bucs, the difference to this point.
Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Retiring the side in order for a 3rd inning in a row. Briscoe doing it on his first inning on the mound, and Villamil did it in the 5th and 6th. So doing very good on the mound and very good on defense. This Filipino team is making a comeback here. And it's now about to be the top of the 8th. Still 5-4 ball game. See you right after this. Top of the 8th, Garrett Ballerton leading things off. Johnstone back on the mound for the VC Bucs. There's strike one. Ball one, close to the knees. One count. Ball two. Thomas Keller's in the bullpen right now. We may see him in the 9th, if necessary.
Keller does have a save on the season. 2 Bucs have been credited with saves so far this year.
Popping up, foul.
It's Keller with 1, and also Vincent Bravo has a save as well. Appears that Keller might be the choice today to be the Bucs closer. Relying on Johnstone right now, here in the top of the 8th.
3-2.
Again, everything low. This is there on the, going for the outside corner, but a little bit low and away.
And that's a leadoff walk for Garrett Ballerton to start the 8th.
That was an off-speed pitch that Ballerton just saw all the way. Never offered at it, knew it was going down and out of the zone for a ball. So a good start to the inning if you're a fan of the visitors, because that's exactly what they need. Just get a runner on base and try to bring him around.
So 23, not sure of his name, but he's up to bat now in the 3 spot for Barrow Local. And Matthew is on another fetch quest to get some names. And fastball a little outside the strike zone, 2-0. There's strike one. Oh, a little high, ball 3. He swings and misses. So it's strike 2, and stealing a base is Garrett Ballerton. So a full count now. Runner in scoring position now. The tying runner, the leading runner. All right. Ryan Berry now is number 23. Finally have his name. Yeah, so Ryan Berry, the leading runner. And a strike 3, a looking K. So that's out number 1 in the top of the 8th. 17, Egon De Vera.
Number 17, Airborne De Vera. I think they did. Once you texted that, I was like, that makes sense for me. I think they did say.
Pops this, fouls it off into right. It's this right to Italia. Gonna tag the base runner. Oh no, he's gonna throw it to Chavez, who's gonna tag the base runner and get out Garrett Ballerton as he's a live runner.
Great awareness over there at short. Italia recognized that he had a shot at getting the lead runner. They got him in a rundown, and 99 times out of 100, if you get him in a rundown, you're gonna get him out. Throws to third baseman.
Number 27, Kyle Montalban.
Chavez.
Yeah, so that's a fielder's. Yeah, so a fielder's choice. So Egon De Vera not credited with a hit there, but gets on base.
Definitely take that if you're the Bucs. Get the lead runner out, and now 2 away.
It's high for Kyle Montalban. Pick off attempt at first. De Vera safe. Two-0.
Critical at bat here for Johnstone. Get out of the inning and give your closer a chance, Keller in the ninth, to shut the lights on this game.
And you know what Thomas Keller does? He'll be singing, "Turn out the lights, the party's over." There's ball 4. No, was that? Oh, that's called a strike. Okay. Umpire didn't make the motion, so 3-1 now. "3-1 hits it deep into center field. Colin Bell moving up a little bit to make the catch, and he does. Out number 3. So in the top of the 8th, no hits, runs, or errors. As the VC Bucs still lead 5-4 in a nail biter. Here we go in the bottom of the 8th. All right, here we are, bottom of the 8th. Get some insurance runs here to prepare for a top of the 9th. It could be very eventful. If no more runs are scored today by either team, the VC Bucs will win in 6 outs. So 1-0 the count for Bell. There's ball 2.
Bell was a substitute earlier in the game, and I don't believe I got the chance to talk about his numbers this season. 3 hits on 17 at-bats. Just a batting average of 176.
He is right past the first baseman, and he's going to stay at first. as Devera quickly throws it in.
Yeah, talking about he came in with
number
a
24, Trent Turquoise.
average of 176, but that'll definitely improve those numbers.
So we'll get off single.
Crazy OBP though, the difference between his batting average and his on-base percentage. What, 440 on-base percentage while hitting just 176.
I don't wanna know.
Thanks to 5 walks this season.
Trent Turquoise now at the plate, 1-0.
It looks like we're gonna have a load of bases.
2-0. So no strikes thrown yet in this inning by Briscoe. This one is hit. It's fair. Throwing it over from third to second. And Colin Bell tagged out. 5-4 fielder's choice. Trent Turquoise safe at first. And yeah, Barry, the throw over to Caranto, and for some reason Colin Bell tripped.
The dream for the defense there would have been to get the double play, but the throw forced second baseman to stretch a little bit, so unable to make the turn. Take it though, they get the lead runner out.
There's a third baseline foul for Cervantes. There's a strike, 0-2. Starting out ahead of the count for the first time this inning.
Right on the inside corner there. Looks like Cervantes saw it all the way, just didn't pull the trigger. Fastball there inside that misses.
And Briscoe, a 1-2-3 inning, just like Villamil did in the 5th and 6th. So not going to be able to get it here, but a good streak there by the Filipino national team pitchers. 2-2.
Slider that just gets away a little bit from Briscoe. Cervantes doing a good job of holding the bat back on that 1-2 pitch.
Oh, and does that count as a hit by pitch? No, it bounces off the catcher's glove and then goes right by Cervantes, so it's a full count. So after starting out ahead, 0-2, deep in the count, he now trails. The 3-2 pitch. That's hit right to third baseman Barry. Gonna throw it over to first. So
Wow.
out number 2.
What a scoop at first base. That could have been very costly if he's unable to catch that. It could
Designated
potentially go
hitter
past
number
him.
9, Thomas Keller.
A good scoop and now 2 away.
Yeah. Runner in scoring position though now. Trent Turquoise. Thomas Keller. 1 for 3 on the day.
Mentioned Keller 1 for 3 at that double out into left field. He's also struck out and ground out to the second baseman.
That's hitting the center, and moving over is Miller to make the catch for out number 3.
Got a great jump on the ball to Miller out in center field. Able to head left and make the grab.
Yeah, so 1 hit, no runs, and no errors in the bottom of the eighth.
No errors. 5-4.
The bottom of the eighth, so top of the ninth's coming up right now.
Number 13, Ramsey.
All right, here we go. Top of the ninth, Thomas Keller now pitching. Will be the finishing pitcher for today.
See if he can close things out here. Keller comes in looking for his second save of the season. He's 1 for 1 in save opportunities. He's pitched in 2 innings so far, giving up 5 hits, 2 earned runs for an ERA of 9.00. He's walked 2 guys and struck out just 1. First pitch strike there.
And Ramsey Romano is getting the lead off for the first time today. Came in the 5th, a pinch hitter for Drew DeVera. That's ball 1. Two one.
Yeah, way inside there. Looked like a fastball that gets away a little bit from Keller.
That's popped in the right, and it's a blooper. Going to be a blooper single, and a little too far out was Nichols, and that's going to be a leadoff single to start this off.
It's part of baseball. Just hit it where they're not. That's exactly what he did there. Drops in for a single in right field.
And now number 20, no idea what his name is, but he's now in the 7th spot. He's the 3rd in the 7th spot today. Came in for George Romero now. That's ball 1.
This one
And Matthew going on one final fetch quest of the day to hopefully beat this game. And there you go. Chavez got thrown over to second. Rowan Taryn, and Rowan Taryn not able to throw it to first quick enough, but the tying runner, Ramsey Romano, gets tagged out at second on a fielder's choice. So whoever number 20 is, not credited with a hit. That's hit and just foul.
Oh my God.
And just outside first base. And number 24, Companese. I like saying his name, Companese. Came in the 6th. He's 0 for 1. That's strike 2. Pitch, he hits that. Right, it gets by Jack Biggerton, and Noah Nichols going to throw it into the, and Romero's going to stay, or whoever, sorry, no, number 20 is going to stay at second.
No batting number Jack Coscolella.
Jake Francera is number 20. He's the tying runner. And the leading runner, Covanese, had a single to advance him to second. And that's ball 1 for Jack. Two and 0. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Thomas Keller looking for the save on the day. And that's ball 3. And very, very close to loaded bases here. There's ball 4. And Jack's going to walk to first.
Oh man, bases full here. Just 1 out. Interesting that they're letting Keller stay on the mound here with no mound visit. Hit number 15 at the plate.
Number 15, Miller at the top of the batting order.
Number 15, Fade Miller.
There you go. Ooh, tough. Call the ball.
Ball one for Miller.
Corner infield is in, and then the second and the shortstop are in double play position.
It's going to get by Italia and go in, and now the Bucs.
Got him in time.
He's safe, and the Bucs have now lost the lead.
Wow, it was a terrific throw out in left field. But they say that they're unable to tag him out at home. Cross shot out and left, just an absolute dart to the home bag. The tag was applied.
So a 2 RBI single. Whoops. For
Thought the tag might have been applied in time, but ruled safe. So 2 runs come home on the single.
yeah. So now it's 6-5. First lead today for the Filipino national team, and we will have a bottom of the 9th.
That was as exciting as it gets to play at the plate. Terrific throw from left field. It's so close to getting him at home. But the end result is that Philippines national team completely flips the script of this game, now in front, and it's going to be up to the Bucs to get back.
6 unanswered runs.
Wow.
No runs by the VC Bucs since the second inning. Had a great start, have faltered since.
This is their Keller. This is the inside part of the strike zone. Important to keep your composure here and just get the next guy out. You don't want this lead to extend.
Fouls that off again. And it's still 2-2. Very ironically, that the team that came back from an 8-0 deficit yesterday so far has given up a 5-0 lead. Not over, hits a chopper right over the pitcher's head, and tagging second.
What a play.
And there's going to be a double play to end the game, or excuse me, to end the inning.
Yeah, Italia, the shortstop, able to step on the bag, as you say, and the runner not too fast down the line, able to get him at first as well and end the half inning, which is key. Keep this a 1-run game. Anything is possible when you're just down a run. So we'll see what the Bucs can do in the bottom of the ninth.
Okay, here we go. Okay, bottom of the ninth.
Number 8, Rowan
So
Tarrant.
windows are opening. There's a slow frame rate, so apologies. I could not unmute the volume in time. And now, yeah, so Luke Crawshaw gets on base with a leadoff single. So, yeah, so John Hamo-Vitic, number 7, is going to be the finishing pitcher for the Filipino national team.
I'm bad at names.
1-0 count on Rowan Tarrant. That is just foul down the third base line.
Rowan Tarrant came into the game earlier as a replacement player. 15 hits on 43 at-bats for the year. It's a 349 batting average, a 463 on-base percentage. Golden opportunity here. The runner at first and nobody out.
So 2-1 now.
The Bucs here.
And Tarrant came in any number 5, but he's 0 for 1 on the day. Had a fly out to right in the 6th.
Represents the winning run now at the plate in the bottom of the ninth.
And that ball looked like it passed through him right there. I could have sworn it. He's like a ghost. He just, a 3-1 now.
Tarrant, you want to just get on base. You represent the game-winning runs. So anything that's not close to the plate, make sure you take.
He swings and misses to make it a full count.
Yeah, good choice to swing at that one. It was in the zone. Just unfortunately unable to catch up with it.
He tips that foul over to the Bucs dugout.
That's all right. 3-2. Pitch was too close to take. Able to stay alive.
I feel like I'm already offensive.
It's a perfect way to end the weekend. We've had a lot of good baseball. 3 games so far. This is the 4th year at LA Valley College.
Woo! This is.
It's going to be a foul.
Foul.
He fouls it off again to left this time.
Foul down the third base line. It looked like the runner might have been taken off. Of course, with the foul, he's back to the bag. The Bucs trying to make this a perfect weekend for the organization here at home. 3-0 so far. You mentioned the comeback win that the Bucs had yesterday. The Pirates have won both their games here.
That's popped up way out play, and the first baseman looking to try and come over and get it does not.
Stayed in play there because it was just beside the netting. It did drop, but
The tarp,
a little too far for everyone to get it. Just falls for another foul. Quite a battle here between Tarrant and the new
Hamo-Vitic.
Yeah, thank you for the visitors.
So that's just Filipino on this team, according to the thing. Plus, we got some Italians, we got some Russians, very ethnically diverse. I like it. And there's all 4.
And interesting that the runner had taken off on the
The right
pitch.
fielder, number 4, Noah Nichols.
Considered that being a moot point because he's able to get in with the walk. So now Nichols, what an opportunity for him. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the ninth, Bucs down 1.
Why do we play this?
And he's got the best walk-up song. It's back.
At least it's not, I knew you were trouble.
Nichols on the season came into the game 9 hits on 39 at-bats, a 231 batting average. 354 on-base percentage, though, so he finds his way on base a lot. Looking to do that here, or at least move the runners over. Some way, somehow, get these guys home. As the Bucs trail 6-5 in the bottom of the ninth.
That first pitch Fouled off.
Nichols looks like he was expecting fastball. He got it. Just unable to connect.
And he's going over to talk to the third base coach over Evan, yeah.
It's a critical juncture of this game. It's just down a run, as you can see on the scoreboard. But 2 runners on, nobody out.
Keep it that way.
Nichols this season, 6 RBIs. Perfect time to get number 7, 8, or 9 right here.
On the count. On deck, Jack Bickerton. No, one was a single. Strike 2 for Nichols.
Nichols showed bunt. It's a interesting idea, but ended up pulling back. I wonder if the plan was that all along to fake bunt. Would have been an interesting call if he did lay it down, try to move both runners into scoring position. Send Bickerton up there with 1 out and a couple of runners in scoring position, but it's not going to bunt now as there's 2 strikes on him.
Yeah. Swings and misses. Out number 1.
There might have been a slider there that got Nichols chasing. He shakes his head as he heads back to the dugout. Disappointed with the outcome there.
The first baseman, number 13, Jack Bickerton.
So Bickerton now up. Minor runners at first and second here, bottom 9. Bickerton on the season. Came into today's game with a 229 batting average and a 240 OBP.
Strike 1 for Jack.
Bickerton with 5 RBIs this season. Kind of count 0-1.
Ground ball right. It's going to be thrown over to first. And that's a double play, and that'll end the game. So an unassisted out at third to get out Bickerton. And then third baseman Barry throws over to Kurtz. Throws over to first to get Jack Bickerton out, and the unassisted out at third was to get out Luke Crawshaw.
I want to come back. 6 runs, unanswered runs after the Bucs came out flying to start this game. 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, but then the Philippines national team responded in the 4th with 2 of their own. 1 run in the 6th, 1 run in the 7th, and then 2 runs in the 9th. The final numbers are 6 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for the visiting Philippines national team. For the home Bucs, it'll be 5 runs on 9 hits and 1 error.
Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's stream. I'm Charlie Gonzalez here with my co-host Matthew Strapp, and we'll see you this week. Catch you later.
SBL Bucs.